So looking at second stage of preparation for mathematics. So how are the stages determined? So first stage is where you complete a syllabus. You do all the basic syllabus of all the topics, etc. And the second stage is where you start with a mock strategy revision and how to improve. So I'm assuming out here that you've finished the syllabus and you're focusing on the second stage. And this particular video is purely with regards to mathematics. What to do with regards to mathematics as far as the second stage is concerned. What needs to be worked on? So one is concepts. So there could be some new concept that will come across. So maybe work on those concepts. Second, methods, how to solve better, faster. Strategy of the whole mock con section. Selection of question and practice. And then also calculations are important because you want to save time in the end. So these are the areas that you need to work on when you're looking at a second stage of preparation. And believe me, you don't have enough time to do everything. So work hard. So let's start with each area and try to see what you need to do. So if I look at concepts, I mean, you have done concepts from the book, but when you go to the mocks, you'll always find some new area, new thing, new stuff coming up. You need to ask two things. Is this relevant for CAT? I mean, if you feel it's a big formula which you never come across before and it is something in the never done in the school level, you can skip it. Because there are always questions in the mocks that are slightly tough and formula based. But if it's a concept which is based on the fundamentals and application of that, then maybe it could be important. So go to it. So any new concept that you come across during the mock stage, try to understand it and try to then apply them to other sums as well. See that if same concept can be used, modify the sum and try to see, understand the sum. That is how you understand the concept better. Know the concept, understand the concept and try to apply. Practice few from sums from the topic which you're not comfortable with. So when you're doing concept, there could be also concept, for example, that I do time space distance, but I've not done escalator sums properly. Though I don't know how important is escalator, but yeah, I've not done escalator sums properly. And I come across a mock and I see, oh, this is the area which I don't know at all. So let me go back and take a few sums and try to solve some sums on escalator, just to be comfortable with that. So the second stage is also going back and forth to some concept which I'm not comfortable with and trying to be comfortable with different type of concept which are there. Obviously, we can't go to every concept which is there. So pick and choose what concept you feel is important, what concept you need to do, and try to be comfortable with those. That's how you work on concepts. The initial stage of stage of preparation, initial part of second stage of preparation can be more focused on concepts where you are still new to the mocks, so you come across with a lot of new concepts and you can just learn them. Next important part, and this is really important, is selection. A lot of people ignore it, but selection of question becomes really important because if you select the right kind of questions and there are enough easy questions in the exam, you will tend to do well in the exam beyond your potential. So focus on selection. This is the easy way to improve your marks. So every time you practice, I mean, your selection start from practice, not only in a mock. Don't think that I will start selection in a mock. For every sum that you practice during a practice session, try to classify it as easy, medium, tough within 15 seconds. So if I'm solving a question, I'll take 15 seconds, read the sum. Oh, this is easy, or this is medium, or this is tough. That's what I'll classify it as. Okay. And after every mock that you do, I mean, if you finish your test and you find out the test, check out whether were you able to identify easy sums and medium sums and tough sums in the examination. Were you able to rightly identify, or did you miss out some easy sums, or you went out wasting a lot of time on solving some tough sums? You should know that because this becomes very important. The selection of question becomes extremely important as far as CAT is concerned. So keep on analyzing yourself with regards to every mock, with regards to whether your selection was right or wrong, and if wrong, how could you go about improving the state? Write down the parameters you think are important. So I will select a question which maybe shorter length. I may select a question based on a particular topic. Though I would recommend not to focus on topic and need not be focused on length pure. You can select on first round saying I'll pick up all the questions with the smaller length, but do come back to longer length in the second round and avoid topic based selection because I've seen people focusing on specific topics and then realizing that okay, the questions in the mocks are all in actual CAT are tough in those topics and wasting a lot of time on that. Right? There could be one or two gray areas where you may say ENC and don't know anything about it, I may leave it. That's possible. But don't you can leave questions based on a topic, but you can't select questions based on a topic. It's a very different parameters. So you say I'll only select question on time space distance, work, arithmetic, or algebra, whatever it is. You can't do that. There should be only few parameters or few topics you should leave. Rest you should try to pick and paste based on it's easy or tough. So have your own selection criteria. I know I get it within 15 seconds, I will select it. I don't get it within 15 seconds, I leave it. Right? And revise those parameters. Revise in a sense, go back. So once you write a mock, you feel, oh, something is wrong in my selection parameters. Go back and change it, revise it on a regular interval. So if you feel there's a need for change, please do that change. Methods. For me personally, I feel this is the most important part of the exam. For specifically for people who are solving a lot of questions, they anyway solve a lot of questions. So selection doesn't become important. For them, methods become important. For people who are looking at aiming like a 99.5 plus or 99 plus, for them methods becomes really, really important, because selection, they are almost going to solve all the questions in the examination. So in this case, every sum that you practice, spend 2 minutes to try to solve without pen and paper. Improve your methods, and you improve your methods will come across if you force yourself. Remember, in the exam, you will use something what you're habituated to do. That means the moment you see a sum, you should be habituated to think in a particular way, and which can be built if you can just spend 2 minutes in each sum before using a pen, before solving it, to try to think and see if you can solve it in any alternate method. To use that 2 minutes. After every mock, see if you can solve the sums in alternate methods. So go to every sum, even which you have solved, which you have not solved. See, is there a better way of solving it? Could I have done it in a better way? Methods are important. Try to get at methods. So it is possible that you may be solving sums in an older way, which is taking you more time. But maybe if I get a better method, I can really save time on it. Also, after the mock, you may have friends who must have solved the same mocks or same group of questions. Discuss with your friends. Is there any good method to solve this? I mean, is there any way I can maybe try to do better as such? So discuss with your friends any good methods that are there. They have found some good methods, they can share with you, which you will learn. You have found some good methods, you can share with them. Either way. So that would be a good way to discuss and improve. And write it down. If you come across a good method which is there, please do write it down. Anyway, for me, a good method is something where you can use for multiple sums, like using options. I can use options for multiple sums. Substituting values, I can use for multiple sums. Ratios, I can use for multiple sums. So anything that can be used for multiple sums is a good method. Anything that can be used for very specific sum is not a good method. It's just formula, and that I don't recommend. So the methods that you get should be used for different kind of sums which come in the exam. So maybe different kind of sums in the same topic, but still different kind of sums. And try applying these methods to different sums that come. So moment you find a method, see if you can take a different type of sum and apply this method. Check it out. That helps to improve. Next is strategy in the mock. How do you solve the strategy? A various kind of strategy. But the best way to know what strategy works for you is experiment and find out. Keep experimenting. There are different kinds of strategy. Keep experimenting in the mocks, in a section test. It is important to experiment in a mock because it makes you less anxious about the mock. The moment you start taking mocks as experimentation, you don't take mock very seriously, which is good. It reduces stress levels. So experiment in the mocks as well as section test. Try out different strategies: one round strategy, two round strategy, three round strategy, part breaking strategy. Okay, there are so many strategies which are there. Figure out different strategies, try it out, see what works, what doesn't work for you. Okay, also include how to select questions in your strategy. So one way is, I'll say I'll solve in one round, or I may solve in two rounds. In two rounds, first round, how am I going to solve question which I'm going to solve, and which question I'm going to leave in a sense. The selection parameters will be part of your strategy. So these are type of questions I'll solve in the first round. These are type of questions I'll solve in the second round. So selection becomes an important part of the strategy also. Okay, and after you have worked on a strategy, make a note. Has it worked? Has it not worked? And if it has not, why? I mean, keep on making notes, because these are notes that will help you to know whether you are improving on a strategy or if you're not improving on a strategy. Keep making notes on different things that you come across. Keep a separate book where you can make notes on what works, what does not work. Practice. I mean, this is what you need to do regularly as far as anything goes. Practice makes a man perfect. I'm not saying that you have to practice a lot, but you have to be regular in your practice. So ideally, I say don't keep a time limit when you when you practice. In a mock, anyway, you keep a time limit. In practice, some don't keep, because what happens when you keep a time limit? The time ensures that you don't use the right method. You always will use a method which you're habituated to. In practice, you should try to learn to change your methods. So don't keep a max time limit. You can keep a maximum time limit. Say I will try this sum for 10 minutes or 5 minutes, and then I will try to look at the solution. That is fine. You can give a maximum time, because there's no point, looking at a sum for half an hour, because you're wasting your time. In that half an hour, you could have got more sums. And you should be learn to leave sums also. Remember, in the actual exam also, the tough sums has to be left. So learn to leave sums. So keep a maximum time, saying beyond this time I'll look at the solution. That's fine. Can pick up questions. The best questions are there in the mocks, current mocks and past mocks. Any of the CL and the IMS mocks which are there, the current mocks or the past mocks, pick up questions from there and try to solve. They're the best kind of questions which are there, that is there for practice, because they are sort of, maybe quite a few questions are maybe on replica of the exams as such to some extent. So that will help you to practice. Try to solve all the questions with good methods. So while practicing itself, practice it, because if you don't practice with good methods, you will never get it in the actual exam. So practice the ones to build a habit, and that habit has to come as and when you practice more and more. Search for alternate. After you solve a sum, please look out, go back and see, is there a better way of solving it? Can I get a alternate methods? Give enough time. Don't focus on quantities. I have to solve 100 sums. That's what people do. People come back and say, I solved 34 questions today, the complete mock as practice. But if you have solved 34 questions in say 1.5 hours, that means you're not given enough time to ponder over each sum. Try to find a better way of solving each sum. So it doesn't work. It is your improvement that is important. I mean, for each sum, you have to spend that 5 to 10 minutes per sum. I'm not saying lots, but it is a 5. That means a good number of sums could be around 6 if you're still learning on it. If you're really good at it, maybe 12 or 15 maybe. So your mock can be solved in 3 hours or 4 hours. But yes, focus on quality rather than quantity. I would say 5 to 34 questions every day is sufficient. 34 is a little on the higher side. I put 34 because in the mock has 34 questions. But maybe you can take around 15 questions a day or 20 questions a day and solve. Maybe you can divide a mock into two parts. One day you solve 17 questions, second day you solve 17 questions. If you're weak in quant, I think these regular practices will help you to improve. Keep that regular practice, and also ensure that if possible have a friend or a group whom you can discuss with, so you both can discuss that we'll solve these type of questions every day together. Let him solve, let you solve separately. Try to search for good methods. If you get some good methods, you can ask him, okay, I've got this method, how do you think it is? So that helps both of you all to improve. So he will share his methods, you can share your methods, right? Calculations helps you save time, because what I've seen is people who are slow at calculation take a long time to solve a sum because they spend a lot of time on calculations. Also, mental calculation helps you to get good methods because you're trying to do mentally, and therefore you tend to search for shorter ways of trying to solve. Improve on your mental calculations as far as possible while practicing. It helps you to build speed, helps save time. What is recommended out here? Take simple two-digit numbers. Take two-digit numbers. Add both, subtract both, multiply both, divide both. Do it in your mind. Division can be a little approximation, but try to do this in your mind. Simple two-digit calculation. That's sufficient to start with. Okay, build that up. Also, you can try to factorize it. Take a 3 or 4 digit numbers and try to factorize the number. That is also good. So just working on your mind. Maybe initially take very simple numbers. Try to complicate, but two-digit numbers calculations are more than enough. Right? I hope this helps. Hope this helps to understand what you need to do in the stage 2 of your preparation. Thank you.